big breaking news coming in, a major breakthrough in the Delhi Red Fort car bombing case. The NI has made its first arrest post taking over the investigation in the Delhi Red Fort blast probe. The NI has taken into custody Amir Rashid Ali, in whose name the attack vehicle, the i-20, was registered. Let's go across to Bhavtosh for more details. Bhavtosh, NI has made its first arrest after examining 73 witnesses so far. What is Amir Rashid Ali's role?
Well, as far as this case is concerned, the first big arrest has been made by the NIA, which is the Anti-Terror Federal Probe Agency. In a statement that has just been issued by the NIA, they have said, and Amir Rashid Alvi is the man in whose name the car involved in the attack has been registered. He has been arrested from Delhi, and NIA had carried out raids and searches, after which he has been arrested. Now, NIA investigation has revealed that the accused, a resident of Sambora in Pampur in Jammu and Kashmir, had conspired with the alleged suicide bomber Omar Nabi to unleash terror attack, and Amir had come to Delhi to facilitate the purchase of the car, which was eventually used as a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device to trigger the blast. Now, NIA has further said that NIA had forensically established the identity of the accused driver of the vehicle, who has been identified as Omar Nabi, a resident of Pulwama, and an assistant professor at General Medicine Department in Al-Falah University at Faridabad. NIA is also in process of carrying out forensic examination in another vehicle that was seized, that is Red Eco car, which was in fact seized by the Haryana police last week. Now, what has happened is very important that NIA, which is India's premier anti-terror federal probe agency, for the first time on record has said that Omar Nabi, the doctor in this case, is a suicide bomber. Now, this is a very big development as far as this case is concerned. India's premier anti-terror agency has said that Omar Nabi is a suicide bomber. They have cleared all doubts as to what had happened there. They have further said that the car that was used in i-20 car that was used at Red Fort had improvised explosives. It was a vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices. It contained, it was virtually, which virtually moved in and around Delhi on 10th of November. The CCTV footage and the grabs that we put out earlier in the day was improvised explosives divided or vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices. In fact, we had put out some 43 grabs of this car starting from around 8 a.m. in the morning till 6:20, when the car came out of the Red Fort parking. Was improvised explosives divided. In fact, it contained that, and the NIA has now further said that Omar Nabi is a suicide bomber. This is a very big statement that has been issued by NIA. In fact, the probe is now being carried out by NIA. Earlier, the FIR was registered by the Delhi police under relevant sections of anti-terror law, as well as BNS, which superseded IPC and also Explosives Act. NIA so far has not issued any statement. Just a minute back, NIA has issued a statement saying that they have made the first arrest, that is of Amir Rashid Alvi, a Jammu and Kashmir resident, in whose name this car was registered. He also facilitated this entire terror attack, and importantly, they have now said that this is a terror attack case in which unfortunately 13 people have lost their lives. This is connected with the Faridabad case module, and so far in that case 8 individuals have been arrested. In this case, the first arrest has been made. Importantly, they have said that a suicide bomber blew himself outside Red Fort.
All right, so two big developments. You're saying, one, that the NI has identified Omar Nabi as a suicide bomber, and the other one is the role that Amir Rashid Ali has played. According to the NI, Amir Rashid Ali conspired with Omar Nabi to carry out the terror attack, and he in fact was in Delhi to facilitate the purchase of the i-20 as well. So now, there are several questions like whether Amir Rashid Ali was also part of the larger nexus, the terror module. Was he also in touch with the other doctors who are already under the radar, who've been arrested? All, of course, those questions will be answered when the interrogation begins.
Yes, Swati, in fact, all these questions will be answered. Remember, while NIA is probing the Red Fort attack case, we should not forget what has happened in Faridabad, in which over 3,000 kilos of explosives as well as other materials were seized by the Faridabad police and J&K police. And that case is virtually linked with this case. What NIA has now said is that they started carrying out the investigation on Tuesday itself on when the case was handed over to them, and since then they wanted to look as to who is the buyer of this car, who is the owner of this car. What their investigation revealed is that Amir Rashid Alvi was the person who purchased this car. It was not that this car was purchased and the owner did not know what was happening with this car. This car was purchased on 27th October. Remember, there was a CCTV footage of 3 persons going to a PUC to check pollution control certificate, to get a pollution control certificate. Amir Rashid Alvi was one of them. They first get a pollution control certificate to make sure that this car is not checked by any traffic personnel whenever this car enters Delhi, and subsequent to that, this car was then taken back to Institute to the university, where it remained parked till 30th of October. Subsequent to that, it has also been revealed that the explosives which were allegedly made in the lab in the university, they were then transferred or at least moved into this car. The car remained there till 30th of October. Their movements are not clear what happened, but from 9th November onwards, this car then left Faridabad, and from there onwards it went to the toll plaza on Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, and then it entered Delhi at some time around 7:30 in the morning, and then subsequently 43 CCTV grabs the Times Now has access. But importantly, what is most important here is the statement of NIA that Omar Nabi is a LS suicide bomber.
Yes.
He in fact blew himself outside Red Fort. Whether he panicked and blew himself or whether it was a planned attack is something that NIA is still investigating as far as this
We would also want to know what more does Amir Rashid Ali know about the terror module and the plans to carry out terror attacks. Bhavtosh, thank you very much for getting us all the details. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates.